Well, hello, my darlings. Back with a little bit of a treasure share. Two reasons. I keep tripping over the bag is one, and I want to start using some of these. So I want to get on a chair, go through them. It's the first time I've had them all out of the bag since last weekend, I think it was. First one, though, I have bought new, and I'll show you that one first, is I came across a company called Ribbonly online. It turns out they're based in Bristol, here in the UK. And so I had a quick look. Now, I've been on the hunt for this stuff for ages because I found this in America and I can't seem to find it in the UK. But they came up with this mesh ribbon, and it wasn't expensive. I think it was $3.99. I don't think I paid more than a fiver for any of them. But it's not as thick, but it is that sort of random texture. So it's not a spider web texture. It is that sort of random mesh texture. And this is much thinner, but really, really strong. So I got a roll of brown, and I got a roll of, it's not silver, flint, it says. A roll of that flint as well. So that is that flint one. But I'm thinking brown I will definitely use a lot of. That one I might be able to sort of distress with different colours. But each roll has got 10 meters on it. So I'm really chuffed with those. For the price and the quantity that's on a roll. Really, really pleased. And the other one, I've got some green leaf already. But they have this one. And it's slightly bigger than the green I've got that I've had from discount places. Oh, come on. And it's just the leaves. And this one is Leaf Vine Metal. So it is silver, but again, I think I can distress it with different sprays and inks and things. And this one is also 10 meters long. So these are going to last me ages. But the company's called Ribbonly and based in, I believe it's Bristol. Yeah, they're based in Bristol. So any of you guys in the UK, have a look. Definitely worth looking up. So get this out of the way. And in the D-Stash event, I hit the jackpot with die cuts and a few stamps as well. So let's have a look. The prices on here are not exactly what I paid for them. Some may be, others I paid 50 pence for. It's like a D-Stash event, which they're becoming more popular over here, of just crafters trying to get rid of things they don't want anymore. So I've had a die for a set of keys, die cut for a compass. That's so good. Oh, it's just a tab. A compass. Quite pleased with that one. Some woodware corner stamps. Quite pleased with those. Another woodware. These haven't even been used. That's got the sort of harlequin pattern on it. Let's get it out a second. I've not seen this one before. It's got that harlequin pattern on it, but it's also got text or writing in the background. So really pleased with that one. I can't wait to try that one out. I'll put that on the back after. Sizzix. There's a few 3D folders here. I can't see the name on that. I can't see. Flower Power. That one is Flower Power. That one is Abstract Flowers. And that one is Floral Scrolls. So quite pleased with those, especially after my success using the toilet roll. A globe stamp with a compass. So Chronology, I don't recognize that brand at all. Pleased with that one. And All in Create. I mainly bought it for the dandelion. But again, I'll definitely use those. And there were two die cuts here. The lady said, I think they were in a set for bookmaking. But that one is a set of dies to do your tabbed edges, which I know are easy enough to do, you know, with an envelope punch. But I thought I'll give them a go, play around with them, because they were 50p a piece, I think. And that one to do those scalloped edges. So I'm quite keen to have a play with those. I've never used those before. And two of the really old, thicker type Sizzix ones. This one, from what I can gather on the packaging, is some sort of, oh, it is there. Oh, it's the wood slices. So they're the thicker ones, but these thicker ones, when you do find these, because they're almost like cartridge sized, they remind me of like, they're about the size of an old, or like a USB CD drive. So, quite happy with those. I'm not sure if it's just the ring, but I need to get them out and play with them. But when you do see the old ones, keep in mind they do fit through a modern Sizzix machine. You've just got to work out your platforms to make sure you've got the right pressure on there to get them through. And the other one is, again, the old cartridge size. Ooh, that's got an embossing folder in it as well. Ooh, I didn't notice that. 50p I paid for these. Nice. So it's an embossing folder to match those three shapes to punch out for that sort of scroll type effect. Oh, I'm chuffed with that. Definitely play around with that a bit. Pop that back in, out of the way. So most of these were anywhere from like 50p to £1. So really happy with those. Get those out of the way. In the boot sale, found Punch. And it is that sort of tag shape. It is in good shape. But I get rid of that. Those plastic backers on the backs of mine, I take them off. I've got a box full of them underneath here. I'll come back to that one. Found some charms. Random roll of ribbon, which I thought was perfect for a Edith type journal. Very pretty. There's quite a bit on there as well. Some jewelry. So that's got some charms on it, some earrings. These I thought might make some nice dangles for, I might put one of those as a dangle on the Nevermore. I don't know yet, but they can go in my stash. Another charm that's just a dragonfly. And this was just, I think this is just pendants. Oh, they're buttons. Buttons and pendants. Of all bits of jewelry. I think that was in the boot sale. So I don't think I paid much for that either. But it can go away into my stash of jewelry bits. Nice for a boho. Oh, they're going everywhere. Oh, get it together, thanks, really. So things like that will be lovely in a boho journal. Because you can get away with a little bit of bling when you're doing boho. Roll of ribbon that is in inches. So I've got one in centimeters, and now I've got one in inches. So it goes up to 9 inches, I think, and then it starts over at 1 inch. So some measuring tape ribbon. Pleased with that. And in the boot sale, I found this really, really old little clutch. And I'm absolutely loving it. The patina on it, I mean, you can tell this has been handled for years and years and years and years and years and years. So you've got your snap there. I only paid 50p for it. You can see how it's all scrunched up inside. So whether I make a journal to live in there, or do I cut it up and turn it into a journal cover? I don't know. I have seen where, who's it now? Jazz over at Not Jazz That Creates. I love the one where she cut up a wallet or a pocketbook and turned it into a journal. So I'm on the fence. Do I make a journal to go in there? Or do I cut it up and turn it into a journal cover? Because it's so lovely. And the leather is nice and soft now because it's so old. Give it a wash, of course. But, of course, that patina just being handled is just going to stay with it. So, no, happy with that one. And the last one, I do want to give a shout out to these ladies because I've come across them a few times. And they're set up in the D-stashes selling jewelry supplies, jewelry findings, bead, just about every type of bead you can possibly think of. So I normally make a beeline and see what kind of findings they have. So I've had a few here. I've had these, they're all taped together at the moment. So I've had a few of those that are just flat metal ovals. So one of those can be looped onto something or glued to a page or used as closures. So I'm quite pleased with those. She only had 2 of those bronze, and I had a pack of the silver. These now, see if I can get the camera to zoom in. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those, and they're springs with clasps. So again, 4 dangles, I think they're going to be perfect. And the last ones, I got the only 4 she had. One of these is open. And I've never seen these before. They're closures for necklaces. So I'm assuming then you would have beads coming out this way off the hooks and the other way to have a nice wide sort of bracelet or necklace. But the closure is, if you do a couple more, is magnetic. So they just clip together. So it's magnetic. And it doesn't turn, if that makes sense. Because, well, it's hard to grip now. I can't get my fingers on it. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Because it's got a raised notch on each side, it doesn't, the magnet won't turn sideways. So when they clasp, they stay lined up. But isn't that cool? I'll definitely try to come up with a closure for that one. And so it's got my curiosity perked anyway. And if you are in the UK, especially around the South Wales, keep an eye out for them. They're called Moon Glow Crafts, and 2 lovely ladies, Sue and Pauline. I've written it down here. Moon Glow Crafts or Moon Glow Craft D-Stash, and they set up at a lot of the local D-Stashes. But they have lots and lots of different findings and interesting things that can be used in junk journals. So that's all from me, my little happy stash that I've had. I need to go and put everything away where it lives in my packed little room that I've got. And I hope everybody else out there has had some lovely luck in their treasure hunting. So I'll be back then shortly to follow up with the Nevermore. But that's all for me for now. So take care, everyone. Bye for now.